What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 21 with our Detroit Tigers. And today we are, of course, in the ALDS against the Angels. A rematch of the ALCS last year that went 7 games, and that was a very dramatic series, and that, of course, ended in a Tigers loss. So we did not advance to the World Series, but the Angels ended up losing to the Braves in the World Series anyway, who are also back at it in the playoffs and already have a 1-0 game against the Brewers. Now, I did preview the series at the end of the last video after the wild card. So if you do want a preview of the series and information about the Angels, kind of what they're looking like this season, what we're looking like, how we compare to them. So if you want to see that, I would highly recommend jumping back into the last video and checking that out. And meanwhile, while I'm talking about the last video, just another thought, just to like and subscribe to the video if you are enjoying this OOTP series that I'm putting out now, and any suggestions of anything else that you maybe would want to see in the future. But without further ado, let's get right into it. The first game of the series, where we'll be playing, of course, the LA Angels, and it looks like Shohei Ohtani will be on the mound for them. So hopefully we can get things going against him. And Castro's, of course, still hurt. So we are going to slide Perez in for him. Actually going to move Paredes up to the 6th spot. Well, Gary Sanchez is in the 9th spot for us, which I think is pretty interesting. But that's fine, I guess. He's pretty much just he's a pretty home run heavy guy anyway. That's really what he relies on to get most of his offense going. And yeah, so it is Ohtani for them, and it's going to be Mike Minor for us. And yeah. Yeah. Alright, so just getting right into it, they already score in the bottom of the first. And it was a Trout 2-run homer, so go figure. They don't score in that inning. We keep them scoreless in the bottom of the third, flying through the beginning of the game here. Nothing much doing, except we do get a run in the here, and yeah, it looks like Paredes doubled, Paulini doubled, Perez singled, which brought in Paredes. Minor, really good for us so far in this one. He's 78 pitches down, and he's definitely going to come back out to finish the next inning, which he does, without giving up a single run. And okay, yeah, so he did not give up a run. And now we're going to send out Matt Manning to shut down the righties here for the Angels. Matt Manning, okay, he's in. Anything doing? No for them. Then Milner's going to come in and try to shut down the lefties running. Yeah, this is our last at bat, so we're actually going to go batter by batter here. 1-0 count here, and that one's driven deep in the right center field, and it's gone. Bobby Dalbec ties it up in the top of the 9th. No way. Great job by him. Now 3-2 count to Packard, and slider leaks just inside for ball 4, so runner on and no outs right now. So a huge situation right here for us. And Paredes, he's at the dish. He hits that one down the line, but not a hit for him, as the right fielder, I should say, was easily able to play it. And we're going to pinch hit right here for we're going to pinch run, which is the word I was looking for Packard. I don't even know why I looked at Hoskins, because there's no way he was going to be pinch running. Yeah, Reyes is the only guy that we have. Castro's injury is affecting his running ability. So Reyes is going to come on and play a little. Well, not play really anything. He's pinch running for us. So Paulini now dribbles that one. Tough play for Simmons, who has to come in, and Paulini, he can move, so he gets the infield single. Now Wenzel Perez, of course, filling it at shortstop for Castro. Perez hits that one to short. Simmons gets one to second, and it looks like, yeah, they don't even throw to first as the speedy Perez is able to get in there. Now 0-1 count here, and that one's going to get into right field and score a run. So we now take the lead. Gary Sanchez, of course, the catcher that we brought in to solidify the bat, and he is just doing it for us there. So taking the lead right there with a single into right field, and now Cameron, next batter, easy grounded to Simmons, but we still get a run across. And now we have to cover the field, which will be the interesting part about this, about bringing Reyes in. Now we could bring in Hoskins for Reyes, or we could try to finagle our way out of this. So, although I don't really know if there is a way to do that, because we can't bring any of the outfielders in. Yeah, so we are going to have to bring Hoskins in to play first. So yeah, we will do that, and that's how we'll cover the field. Now, Milner, we're going to be relying on him to shut down these 3 big lefties in a row for the Angels. Hopefully Milner can do it. He was great in the last postseason for us, and that one is hit into shallow center, but Wenzel Perez is there for the catch, so 1 out away. Brandon Marsh, the Angels left fielder, up now. He's looking. Milner strikes Marsh out. So we are now 1 out away from winning this series, and Dominic Smith comes out with a first pitch swinging single. Now Anderson Simmons is up next, and of course he's not really good with the bat and still not good against lefties. So Milner will continue the inning for us. Simmons hits that one to short, and then Perez flips on the second. It's the slow Dominic Smith at second, so no problem there. And we win 3-2. Mike Minor, fantastic through 7 innings for us. Matt Manning and Milner both giving a scoreless inning in relief. And Bobby Dalbec coming up huge with a solo homer in this game. And Gary Sanchez with that key hit for us to take the lead in the 9th inning. And of course the Paredes hit that brought in Paolini. So good all around right there. And that will do it, of course, for the first game. And now into the second one. So it looks like Wong is going to be on the mound for the Angels, and I'm honestly not quite sure who's going to be on the mound for us. It is going to be Brendan White, and again we're going to slot Perez in at shortstop, flip him in Paredes, and yeah, that's what we're going to do there. Cameron is cold right now, so honestly we might flip the lineup kind of around next game, so we can because he really has been good for us. And they get another 2 spot, and it was a 2-run home run by Trout again. They pick up another run though this time. Solo homer from Smith. This game is not off to the most fantastic start. We are able to get 2 back. Top of the 4th. How did we get those? Paredes double, Paolini single, and then Sanchez looks like, yeah, he grounded out and Paolini scored. Yeah, and Paolini scored on the play there. Okay, so going forward, yeah, okay. White, pretty good. And just as I say, he's having a pretty decent start for us. He blows up on those 3 runs that inning, 2-run homer for Adele. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, his day has to be done. I think we're going to go with RJ Alvarez here. Can we get anything back? No. Alvarez, I don't want to. Yeah, and they get another run. They're up 5. We'll go with Giles. Yeah, it looks like this game honestly might be lost for us. Although it does look like we're holding him to 7 runs. Zach Houston's the next guy we'll go with. Anything doing for us in the 8th? No. Zach Houston. Yeah, looks like we're kind of holding them at 7. Can Houston give us the next inning? I mean, I think we just might have him try to. We do get a run across, so 4 run deficit now. I'm gonna guess that was a Paolini homer. It had to have been. I was actually a Perez triple that Paredes scored on. Okay, oh yeah, and there's a triple. Didn't even really look for that. So Sanchez I think is up. Yeah, because Perez on third. Yeah, Sanchez was at the plate. See if he can do anything here. Slow roller to third, but that's actually gonna bring a run across. So deficit is cut down to 3. And oh yeah, so we're not even gonna have to play bottom of the 9th if we can't get anything going, and it looks like we're not, as Cameron grounds that one. So we drop this game in the series. It's now tied up at 1, and we should be heading home for these next games, which we are, where we will be meeting Jesus Alvarez on the mound for the Angels, and I'm gonna guess Scabal is gonna be on the mound for us in this one, because I mean he's the Wentz is back on the mound actually, which is good. He's 100% rested, so yeah, he'll be going for us. And Castro's no longer hurt, so we'll be going with him, and we'll give Cameron one more shot at the top of the lineup to see if he can figure it out. And then I think we'll be moving on with someone else. They get a 3 spot. Man, they're scoring early and often. No 2-run homer from Trout, though. He did single and he did score. But they didn't not score on from Trout. And I'm very confused to what happened here. Castro's hurt again. So Perez is going to come in. Now what happened? Oh yeah, we need to give him a position. Okay, yeah, so nothing else happened. They score again. Wentz just has not been ideal for us. We get 2. So I believe it's 2-5 now. Yeah, Paolini scored, Perez scored. 2-4. Okay, so Wentz is actually able to give us that inning. Don't really want to use anyone from their bullpen. Oh yeah, that's the tough thing about having Scabal designated as a starter, because I guess he is going to start the next game, but we just don't have especially when we start a lefty and they split up their lefties like this. There's just really nothing we can do. Yeah, and they get 2 there. And now we only have righties available, so we'll go with Matt Barnes. Can you get anything there, man? I mean, I can just kind of tell our pitching is just kind of clearly overmatched. We just don't have enough guys. We got to run there. So lead is back down to 3. Yeah. So okay, Paredes scored that inning. Now Hess. I'm going to count on him to give us the 8th. See if he can do it. He does give us a scoreless 8th. And then now, I think we're just going to have to go with Montoya here. Anything this inning, 2 runners on with 2 out and 0-2 count. And yeah, that's pretty much always going to be a strikeout and no OTP. Montoya. Scoreless ending there. So on our last ups again, really need to get something going here. Sanchez, speaking of getting something going, that one just keeps on carrying out of here. So Sanchez continues to be good for us late in games. Getting that lead only down to 2. Cameron here hitting one hard into the left side of the infield, but the very good shortstop Simmons is able to corral that one and get Cameron for the out at first. Basabe now, our second batter in the lineup. So that one high, ball 4. So we do have a runner on. For JD Martinez, who comes up, and that one is out to right field, and that one is gone. JD Martinez tying it up. So we have life here in this game. Wow, just wow. So Martinez tying the game up for us. Jimenez, we're getting him up in the bullpen. So 1 out for us. Dalbec coming up 0-2 count though, and yeah, that's a strikeout every time in OOTP. No one gets a 2-out hit, a 2-strike hit in this game. And then here, Packard, he draws a walk, and now Perez coming up with 1-1 count. We definitely should have pinch ran for Packard, but I don't think it's gonna matter because Perez just hits a weak grounder to the first baseman. So I guess it's maybe good there that we didn't allow him to do anything. Oof. Oh, that we didn't pinch run for Packard there. And Jimenez, you're killing me. And they score a run immediately. But I mean, we don't really have any better options, so we just need to keep it going with him. Oh, please get that. Yeah, Perez chases that one. We really need to keep this lead to only 1. Jimenez gets Smith, so a rough start to the inning for Jimenez, but it looks like he's handling it after that. Yeah, they get Simmons at first. So they're able to get a run, but we need to answer back. And Manning's going to be who we go with. Yeah, so we need to answer back and get this run back, and Paolini starts off with grounding out to Rizzo. So this is going to be a tough one to drop this one, coming all the way back to only to allow a run in the extras, and Paredes can't do it there. Gary Sanchez, he was a hero in the 9th inning. See if he can do it here in the bottom of the 10th. Full count on Sanchez. Diolis Guerrero on the mound. And Sanchez, ball 4. It's kind of hard to tell in this, but I mean, that looked good to me. Now that's Cameron 0-2 count, and wow, he actually does make contact with the ball, but rare 0-2 count there in OOTP, but we do drop this game. That's tough to see. And so now, instead of it being 2-1 in our favor, we are playing backs against the wall, still at home at least, but Tariq Skubal is on the mound for us, and I mean, we just don't really have many options. I mean, Mike Minor, we could pitch him on early rest if we wanted to, but I mean, still, he's a lefty, and I don't know what more like good it would do. Yeah, and we're gonna shake things up here. Somehow, and they have a lefty of their own, Sandoval on the mound. Yeah, I was thinking about hitting Paolini first, but since it is a lefty, I guess we will not. I mean, we honestly just might have to ride it out with Cameron, because I mean, against lefties, I mean, a lot of the guys that we have at the top of the lineup are not nearly as good against lefties. No, we'll just ride it out. And Skubal's been cold. This is not the pitching matchup that we want. With our backs against the wall, this is why the last game was so vital to win, with Skubal on the mound. I mean, of course, he was pretty bad for us this year. But, I mean, with the kind of pitching depth that we had at road, especially at the end of the year with Mize going down, I mean, don't really have a choice. Ooh, would he get a massive, absolutely massive 4-spot right there? 3-run homer from Basabe, and then a run before that. Absolutely fantastic. Wow. We really needed that. But they get a run. And that man on third is not able to score. So we're going to continue through this game. Skubal gives us another solid inning. And please give us one more. That's all I'm asking. Oh, and we get some insurance. So 5-2 now. Which we need all we can get. And oh yeah, looks like we had a runner thrown out. Yeah, Basabe got thrown out at home. Sanchez scored the run on a solo homer. And Scaball gives us the 6th. So, well, 2, yeah, and he's only at 79 pitches. So, honestly, we're going to keep him out there for the next inning, at least the start. And we get another run. So, absolutely fantastic. Fantastic stuff here from Scaball today. And we're going to get Matt Barnes up as insurance this inning. And, oof. So, yeah, Scaball. I mean, it's just so tough not having that extra lefty. Oh, I did not want to do that, but it looks like it's going to work out anyway. I definitely did not want Scaball to pitch. I mean, he is tired, but I mean, do we let him pitch? I think we let him pitch to McGuire. And then we have Barnes to bring in. Oh, McGuire hits that one out to right center, but it looks like 2 of our outfielders are there, and Cameron is going to end up making the catch in center. So kind of a risky move there to leave Scaball out there, but he's able to handle it for us. And now Martinez is going to be leading off this inning for us. And Zach Hess is who we're going to go with. This inning. Ooh, we get 2 more. Absolutely fantastic. But they get 2 more right back. So 4-run lead here. Now I think we have to go with Barnes. Any insurance? No. So Barnes here in the top of the 9th. We're gonna go scoring position. And okay, so we get out of that. So with our backs against the wall at home, we were able to get the job done. And Castro's down for 6 weeks, so his season is over. So with that said, we're going to be putting him on the playoff IL, and he'll be shut down. And then Almaeus will be brought up to fill the an infield role for us. I do not think that'll be as a starter, even though... And it's not going to pencil him in as a starter either, I believe. What happened? Why isn't he here? I did put him on the playoff roster, didn't I? Okay, so now he's on the playoff roster, and now we're playing the final game against the Angels here. Honestly, this is where the insurance of having Paredes just pays off for us. And yeah, we need to flip this lineup around now, especially. We're just going to pencil him in at the top of the lineup here, Sanchez, moving him up to the 6th spot. Yeah, and I think this is what we're going to do. And Mike Minor's on the mound, which is who we want out there, especially. For us, since I think Coach Mize is out, this is definitely who we want on the mound. Yeah, and as I was saying, kind of alluding to, this is really why I'm glad we kept Paredes around, even though we kind of have future guys coming up to play that corner infield spot. I mean, his versatility is fantastic. I mean, the injury against Castro, with Castro without, I mean, we'd have Almaeus and Perez sliding up the middle, and Paredes is much better than those guys with the bat. So I'm very glad we hung on to him for this season. Angels scratch a run across, but we would get one right back in the 3rd. Daz Cameron scored on a Basabe single, and Simmons hit a solo home run for the Angels. So doing it a little bit with the bat there for them. We get 2 runs there. So yeah, 2-run home run from Sanchez. Awesome. He's been really good for us this playoff season. Otani's already hit 75 pitches. This is beautiful, but they tie it up. Yike. We're going to do that, and Minor million lefties coming up here, so I trust him to get us through that inning, and he does. And then we're going to, I don't know how his stand was looking, but alright, so this is what we'll do. We'll get Milner ready, and if he, his stamina isn't looking good, we'll be going with Milner. Perez, anything doing? We get 2. Beautiful, beautiful in the top of the 7th. Yeah, Basabe scored. Paredes scored on a Martinez double. Awesome. And yeah, I mean, Minor's in the red. We'll go with Milner right here. Can he do it for us? No, he cannot. Oh, I really wish I would have warmed up somebody. Because yeah, now Tucker's at bat. And we're going to bring in... honestly, I think this is where we go with a guy like Montoya. I mean, I really want to be getting their righties here, and I mean, Tucker's a little worse against lefties, so we'll go ahead and let Milner pitch to Tucker, but still want him to be kind of careful. And okay, yeah, so he's able to get Tucker right there. Adele, just want to make sure. Yeah, I mean, all of these guys hit. I mean, I know Rendon mashes lefties. Yeah, and Trout also mashes lefties. I'm pretty sure. I mean, of course he mashes everyone, but okay, get us out of this inning without a run, and he does. Only took him one pitch to retire him, and now you see this is what's hard because we don't have any lefties left in the bullpen. And we need to cover 2 more innings. And we have to, I mean, we have to cover with Jimenez here. We just have to. Anything going for us? No. Which is a really important insurance run. So we have Jimenez waiting in the wings. There, but they aren't able to get anything against Montoya, and he is very good there. So, I mean, a run, an insurance run, or anything here would be absolutely massive. Paredes 1 for 3. It's kind of the new leadoff guy. And he can't do anything there, so make sure Menez is ready. And he is. Wasabi, please, anything. And looks like he strikes out, so a 1-run lead. Jimenez is facing the bottom of the order, but of course they are all lefties and hit righties well. Well, they're not all lefties, but they all hit lefties worse than righties. Jimenez, of course, had a rough time kind of in an earlier game, where that game that we lost in extras, but gets the first out there. So I mean, we trust him. He's been our all-star. He's been a long, great reliever for us. And sorry if you guys heard that truck that just drove by. But nevertheless, we do get the second out. And here's Andrelton Simmons. Everything coming down to him. He does have a home run in this game, and he's going to give them life. So a 2-out double for Simmons. As he extends their life here. And Reese McGuire's up now, and he's the last batter before it flips out to the top of the lineup. And McGuire hits that one down the line. The left fielder's tracking it, and he is able to get it. Paulini gets the catch. So we beat the Angels, who eliminated us and stopped us from getting to the World Series last year. And we get our revenge. So we're going to be moving on to the ALCS for the second year in a row. So an absolutely fantastic series, a fantastic game. Mike Minor is able to give us 6 strong innings of 3-run ball. Only struck out 3 guys, but did what he needed to do. Montoya had a key inning in a third where he got all of their big righties in their lineup, and then Jimenez came on and pitched a clean ninth, other than the double from Simmons that kind of made things dicey at the end. But I mean, just fantastic. Our pitching has been very good for us. Very, very good for us. Good enough without Mize. And I mean, everyone is just stepping up. And it looks like we're going to be facing our division rival Minnesota Twins in this ALCS. So kind of a rematch, of course, of... I did not want to do that. Yeah, but a rematch of the big, race for the division that we had in September is going to be kind of rekindled here as we're going to be facing them to move on to try to move on to the World Series for the second year in a row. And of course, I did not expect this kind of success this early in the franchise, but we're rolling with it. And really just trying to make this run without our ace of the staff, Mize, who's definitely done and not coming back. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next episode in the ALCS against the Minnesota Twins.